What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Jeremy from Not For Resale. Today, I've been doing a little bit of research, right? So, a few days ago we posted, "Is Brody Trump Scoop208?" Now, did some research on it, and there's a guy named Neo the One. Neo the One, I haven't seen his face yet. He only has a couple videos on his channel, but he has been doing some research into it. Now, I feel like what he's been able to find might unlock the truth behind it. I'm going to link that video in the description below, which kind of sealed the deal for me. So, before we reported that, Brody Trump was a person or a character that nobody really ever heard of, nobody really seen him at all. They've only dealt with him basically via the internet. They haven't really seen his face. There's been some pictures posted, but I mean, that could just be, basically I created this persona or this profile so I can, pawn off the stuff that's happening to me onto somebody else. So Scoop goes and tries to do like somewhat damage control in the video, and he is talking about some email correspondence or some messages on Facebook correspondence between a guy in his group that had done some business with Sneaker Love and himself. So he goes in to say that he was trying to, the guy reached out to Scoop saying that Brody had blocked him. Now, Scoop says, I don't really think Brody had blocked you, but what I think happened is Brody deactivated his account. Now, what Scoop's been saying for a while now is that the guy Brody Trump is now out of the country. He's no longer around. He doesn't really know how to get in contact with him, and basically he's flew the nest and he's MIA. What was interesting about this is Scoop said, well, let me go and see, if I can go and holler at Brody and figure out what's going on. So the guy wants to get his money back, and he contacts Scoop. Scoop goes and reaches out to Brody. Now, he said, hey, so what's up with your Facebook profile? What's up with that? He then says that Brody told him that he deactivated it because he was getting threats, his wife was getting threats, his kids were getting threats, and all of this was happening through his Facebook. So he deactivated his Facebook and basically said he's not dealing with it anymore. So what ended up happening is Scoop said, well, we need to go and take care of this guy, basically. So Scoop then tells Brody to send him some money. I guess Brody then sends him some money. When Brody goes and sends him some money, he sends it over to the guy. Now, what's interesting about that is this. If I'm Scoop, right, and my name is literally getting drugged through the mud, everybody is reporting, that I sell fakes, that I sell UAs, that the people I endorse are fake, and quite possibly the stuff that I do and what I've done in the past is quite questionable. And you have the ability to expose somebody who is basically somebody that you said is no longer associated or in your ring, which is Brody Trump, and you know how to get in contact with Brody Trump. Why not, when people go and message you, Scoop, why don't you just go and send the information that you have of Brody Trump to them? The other thing is, there's been a lot of videos saying, hey, Scoop is Brody Trump, or is Scoop Brody Trump, or is Brody Trump, even a real person? And the fact remains that you haven't really responded with anything that says, hey, here's some messages back and forth between me and Brody. Hey, here's Brody on my channel saying, hey, sorry, Scoop doesn't have anything to do with this. Scoop is just a figurehead. He helped us out. There's nothing that you're doing to try and absolve yourself, even though the party who's literally dragging you through the mud. This party, if Brody Trump is not real, then obviously that would be a reason why you're not bringing him to light. If Brody Trump is real and you're just living by the G code, I mean, you're going to wear that. You're always going to be associated with somebody who sells fakes. And everybody's going to look at your collection and say, hey, there's probably a good chance that if Brody endorsed this guy, that he's probably dealt with fakes. there's another video that I'm actually going to go and put online here in the next few days that actually has Scoop208 reviewing a pair of UAs. I believe they're military blue 4s. Military blue 4s that they're not even UAs. They're a step below UAs. They're super perfects. So in the Chinese grading scale, you know, there's different sort of, you know, sets of it. We'll go more in depth with the next video on it, but these aren't even UAs. These are below UAs. These are super perfects. These aren't even considered to be unauthorized. These are just not real. So if you have the ability to clear your name, Scoop, and you're not, I don't know why you're not. And maybe you don't have the ability and that's why you're not. No sense. If you know how to get a hold of Brody Trump, Scoop, give it to the people. Give a phone number so they can call and talk to this guy. Give an email so they can email back and forth to this guy. Like, give them something that's legitimate. Not even an email. Like, yo, you kind of want to hear this guy's voice. Like, if it was me and I bought a pair of shoes and you're telling me if Scoop is telling me it's Brody Trump, I'm going to say, Scoop, give me his number. You know how to contact him? Give me his number. You'll be like, oh, well, he don't give out his personal number. Well, give me something where I can text message this guy. Give me something where I can, you know what I'm saying, FaceTime this guy. Get me in contact with him. Get me in contact with him. So, I mean, it's all a little fishy to me because Scoop don't seem like too shook up about the fact that Brody Trump is out of the country, according to Scoop. Like, he doesn't seem shook up about that at all. Which leads me to the fact that, you know, they're one and the same. They're one and the same. So, I mean, come clean, Scoop. Like, come clean, man. Like, yo, like, fact of the matter is you've been kind of, you know, tiptoeing around like the fact that all these people need their shit back. You know what I'm saying? You've been tiptoeing around that fact. And, you know, you selling your collection, I mean, yo, it's full of fucking UAs and shit like that. How's anybody supposed to really, you know what I'm saying, get down to the heart of the matter? I mean, your YouTube channel's decent, but it's not cooking like that where you can spend 30, 40, 50 grand on fucking shoes a month. I mean, yo, you got fucking videos where you got 7, 8, 9, 10 pairs of Just Dawns. You got 10 pairs of fucking wings. You know what I'm saying? You got like fucking 7 pairs of cramp packs. You know what I'm saying? And you got all these crazy things, and you're like, yeah, this was a monthly pickup. I mean, like, fuck, man. Like, fuck. You got all these things that if you spent all that money and they were all legit pairs in a month, even if you got the motherfuckers for retail, you are still going to be spending $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 in a month. And if that's where your money's at, then that's cool. Then you should have no problem getting these motherfuckers their money back, if that's where your money's at. But the fact of the matter is, I feel like you try so hard to be accepted by the sneaker community, and at the end of the fucking day, man, you just... It outgrew you. Your money wasn't that long. It just wasn't. Your money's not that long to go and pick up 10 pairs of wings. And then in the same shipment pick up, you know, 7 pairs of cramp packs. And pick up, you know what I'm saying, 7 pairs of sand Just Dawns that at retail with the hat and all that shit was included was like, yo, over $6 for each. Like, your money's not that long. Look at your motherfucking couch. Your couch. I seen your couch, man. On the video. Your money not that fucking long. Man. Catch footballs, not feelings. Sad.